the Auburn Blitz Podcast, your direct source for all Auburn all the time with Brett Pritchard, Faith Richardson, and Randy Lee.
What's up, everybody, and welcome into the Friday edition of the Auburn Blitz. We are so glad that you have joined us wherever and whenever it is that you join us each and every day here on the Auburn Blitz and making Auburn Blitz part of your daily Auburn athletic intake. We are late this morning. It's Friday, though. All smiles. Nobody cares. And we're glad that you're here with us. Some of you are already waiting on us, and we appreciate that so very much. And Faith, good morning. Good
morning. Good to see you.
Bright and smiling today, right?
Always.
Again, with a Friday coming into the weekend, Auburn basketball on tap tomorrow in Atlanta. We'll dive into that a little bit, but continuing to talk about football, the schedule was released yesterday. We'll talk a little bit about that. I mean, we knew the opponents, but now you know the dates and all that's locked in. You and I will kind of preview that. You know, you and I will come back to this show here in a few months and go, man, it was just yesterday we were talking about the schedule release, and now it's time for the first game. I mean, seriously. Well, you'll remember that. That's how fast this goes by.
Yeah, it goes by incredibly fast. I mean, I don't even know how the season for Auburn's already over, and the season for us is already over.
It flew by. I mean, we're almost to 2026, but – hey, you and I were talking about some of these matchups, some of the trips next year that we're going to get to take. Hey, it's a completely different looking road trip for us next year, which I'm all for it because we don't have to go to the Atlanta airport for any of them, which is great.
Very happy about that. Very, very happy to know that we are not going to be in and out of the Dallas airport, the Atlanta airport, have to, not sleep and get in the car and drive at 1:00 in the morning to get to the Atlanta airport. So happy about that. Very, very excited.
Yeah, maybe that's a good sign for everybody. Maybe that's a trendy thing for Auburn. Hey, look, all your road trips are within driving distance. Like no trip to Florida, no trip to Texas A&M, no trip to Arkansas, no trip to – I mean, they're all right here. You know, they're all just – I mean, they're easy drives. I mean, you get to go to Knoxville. We'll talk more about the schedule later. As we move on, Auburn adds Larry Porter, Tim Banks to the staff. So this staff's coming together. Obviously, when you look at it from a standpoint of – you got maybe one more position left, that tight ends position, which has been an anomaly at Auburn and will continue to be until we get some consistency out of that room. But, Gates. Yeah, Auburn announced yesterday, or really Troy really announced. I don't think Auburn really said much about it. But 2031, Auburn will take on Troy. Also added some other teams on the schedule in the – 2031 so far out, man. That's great and all, but there's so much to talk about. Things are going to change so much between then. And who knows if you even play the game. I mean, by then, with the way college football is structured, that's one thing that you and I've talked about multiple times. It's great to look out and see some of these games, down the line, but games get canceled, games get moved, all that kind of junk. And with the way college football is going, who knows if those games even come to fruition. But what's your thoughts real quick on adding the in-state Troy Trojans to the schedule? Everybody's been talking about that for years. And Auburn finally goes, hey, we'll play.
Yeah, Auburn has, with this last year, South Alabama on the schedule. Auburn likes to play some of the in-state schools, and, we'll talk about it here in a second, but next year playing Samford. Having in-state school games makes it where kids that decided to play somewhere at maybe a smaller school like Samford, South Alabama, Troy's bigger, but Get some playing in Jordan-Hare, get some playing at, these big places. What people were talking about, how Alabama doesn't really play any in-state schools like that, where it doesn't give some of these guys an opportunity. It gets fans to come into Jordan-Hare too, an easy drive for them just around the corner. So I think it's a really great thing for the program and for the kids to be able to play in-state schools.
Yeah, I mean, what does it matter? I mean, again, some people go, why do you play those? That you have nothing to gain from that. But at this point, I mean, I don't care. I mean,
Yeah.
play the schools. It doesn't matter. Larry Porter returning to Auburn. If everybody remembers Larry Porter back from 2017 to 2020 with Gus Malzahn, he's a phenomenal recruiter. He's going to be coaching the running backs. He's got to put a full court press on to keep Jeremiah Cobb. I had somebody text me yesterday that said, hey, you guys talked about a bunch of players and you mentioned Jeremiah Cobb. I think Auburn should be concerned about keeping him. Absolutely. I mean, I think – and that's what we're about to dive into. And I had other people text me going, hey, y'all nailed it yesterday, and other shows are talking about exactly what y'all were talking about. Just this roster. And I've got another direction I want to go into. And that's why I think Alex Golesh does have a tall task, Faith. And the more I look at this thing with one portal window, the more concerned I get. Now, I am 110% for one portal window. But Auburn's situation and schools that are in the same situation Auburn is in, with the struggles on the field and having a good roster, I'm terrified of how many. I said it yesterday, for everybody to brace. I said everybody needs to brace with what this is going to look like. With one portal window, it's going to feel like the sky's falling. It's going to feel like Armageddon. It's going to feel like everybody is a mass evacuation. But I'm telling you, Auburn's already thin in some rooms. And then you add some of these guys that are going to be getting out. I don't know. Like, my question to you, Faith, is how do teams like Auburn, in the situation they're in, that have struggled over the last 4 or 5 years to put wins up, how do you catch up? Like, some of these programs, like, that's why it's so good to be ahead right now in this day and age. When you're trying to play catch up in this landscape of college football, you better hit some grand slams in the portal. You're not only just getting guys, but you got to get some guys that are pretty damn good. You can't just get a body to fill a position. That ain't going to cut it in the SEC. And it starts at quarterback.
Yeah, it starts at quarterback, where we've had some success getting 2 guys in the portal window to transfer in, and just no production from them. And part of that, I think, is the coaching problem that we've had, is that they haven't been coached up and stuff. But again, everyone was talking about how moving to the SEC from being at USF, how competitive the portal window is, especially now with one portal window, but how competitive the portal is getting guys in the SEC and having them come to your school. And so why they want to come to your school when it's been a losing program the last 5 years. And of course, that's not Alex Golesh's fault or the guys on the staff's fault that it's, a losing program. But again, what are you selling other than it being, oh, it's Auburn. Auburn's a beautiful place. Everyone loves Auburn. What are you selling to get these guys to come to your school?
And you're exactly right. And you said it has nothing to do with them, but they've inherited this. And Alex Golesh talked about it. He said, in my career, I've been a guy that's had to come in to places that haven't had a lot of success. So he's got experience in that. But it's a different animal doing that in the SEC. Especially with the schedule that we're going to talk about here in just a minute. And that's my whole point. It is a tall task. And I think Alex Golesh has, like I said in the title, immediately has to get it right in certain positions. And like Justin said, we're going to add a lot too, right? We are. But, I mean, I don't know what volume of – I'm worried about every position and guys leaving. Even guys that got significant playing time. Because if you've got good players on your, like some of these guys have been around a couple of years now, and they're like, hey, time's running out. I want to go win. Can I do that here? I think when you have those conversations with these coaches, some of these 2 and 3 year guys that have contributed, they're like, okay, am I going to stick this out another year or two at Auburn and try to get this team and this program back? Or, hey, look, I've only got a certain amount of time to go get something done, and they're in a rebuilding year again down here. I got to go try somewhere else. It's not that I don't love Auburn. It's that I just don't have much more time if I want to win something. I just think that's something that people need to understand, and that these players are going to be weighing. I just don't think you can assume that because a guy started for 2 years that he's just going to stay. I don't.
No, I don't think so either, especially because of how just difficult it's been on them to continue losing, especially when you're saying these starters, how difficult it's been for them to just keep fighting back and keep facing the adversity that nothing has changed, And so how do you see the change when you've been fed lies like that for the last 3 years? I don't know.
And Ed comes in and said schools need to do what Saban did his first recruiting class. And I remember that class, Ed, because I went down and covered the Alabama, Mississippi. I actually called the game on the network that year. And you go out and you get Dre Kirkpatrick, and I can just go down the list. I mean, it was just one stud after another. But here's the problem. In this day and age now, the NIL and all, and where Auburn sits currently, I think 41 was where we had it last, Faith, on the 24/7. I don't know. And then the money, I don't know how Auburn didn't have 1 5-star, much less 8 in a class. So now it's down to the portal and figuring out who all, and you're not going to get all the top hitters that enter the portal. You got to remember what the portal is. Now with it being a one portal window, I think you're going to see a lot more elite players get in rather than you're going to see the volume of players that are disgruntled or things haven't worked out for them, get in the portal to try their luck somewhere else group. But now can you get a top-ranked safety? Can you get a top-ranked whoever? But how much money are you going to spend on that? And, if I'm Auburn right now, I'm spending more money on this portal window than I probably ever spent because of – obviously you want to do what you got to do to keep the existing roster. Don't misinterpret that. But some of these holes, you've got to go out and really go get some elite guys that are available when the portal window opens, in my opinion, to fulfill some of these gaps that you have.
Let's also not forget that there are a lot of seniors leaving too that have held pretty big roles for Auburn. Right. And you've got to go out there and get people to fill their spot too. So there's a lot.
I'm just genuinely concerned. I'm just telling everybody, we're going to see, boy, it's going to get interesting in January with us doing this show every single day and following it. I can't imagine. I remember the tracker that we put together last year, the portal tracker of everybody coming and going. And we talked about it daily. I don't know what that's going to look like this year. It's probably going to be eye-opening for sure. But, hey, that's the world we live in. And I think people, like I said yesterday, I think you need to brace. Byron Brown, difference maker. You're right, Gates. What does that do for the quarterback room? What if everyone – look, Auburn had everybody leave last year, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody hit the road. 3 quarterbacks hit the bricks, and then you had to bring Deuce Knight in, and then you went and got Ashton Daniels out of the portal. And then you had, that's what you had to do to fulfill that, and then get Jackson Arnold. And, Jackson Arnold ain't staying. Y'all know that. And now we don't know what Deuce Knight's going to do if Byron Brown comes in. So what if he leaves? And then is Ashton Daniels do we know for a fact he's just anchored in? I know we've said that. we've said, okay, he wants to come back. He's got his red shirt, so he has another year. But does he really think he's going to – I mean, what is his mentality? And is that the guy Auburn feels like could lead them to success in the SEC? I mean, he played well, but you and I have already said this. He didn't win a game. I mean, as a starter, he didn't win a game. So
he was also a step up from what Auburn had in Jackson Arnold, which wasn't anything crazy. And so
that sometimes steps up from depends on where you start. Like a step up from
like beneath ground level.
Yeah, it's not much. So I just think that I think we've all taken that for granted, which I'm not saying that Ashton Daniels ever was some superstar. I'm just saying that I think we've just all said, oh, we saved his red shirt, he'll be back. I mean, you literally could be looking at a quarterback room that doesn't exist. I mean, can't have just one quarterback. So it's just, man, it is kind of mind-boggling, to be honest. And again, I'm not trying to come on here on a Friday and be doom and gloom. I'm just trying to be realistic with what we're all going to have to deal with. Steven said something is different in Golesh. I sense a grinding businessman, all about football. I feel that too, Steven.
Yeah.
I think Faith and I talked about that a few days ago. But it has I don't know. I mean, none of us know. But he's going to have his opportunity here to make some big splashes in this portal, and he's going to have to do it. I mean, there's no other way around it. So, all right, let's get to some of our partners here on the program. We appreciate them so very much, and we always start with Sensigreen.
Sensigreen, for air that's cool and clean over the holidays. Make sure to call Sensigreen Heating, Cooling, and Insulation for air that is warm and clean. Call Sensigreen with Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Love how they've changed it to warm and clean.
Mm-hmm.
Have the warm and clean. Don't need the cool and clean right now. It's plenty cool outside. Scout Program Management, a full construction management firm. They are based out of Birmingham, Alabama, but they serve the Southeast, and they work on multi-million-dollar projects that you need done correctly, from the pre-construction phase to the finished product. Scout Program Management, check them out online, scoutpm.com. You will be glad that you did, because, look, I have witnessed them in person, and they are phenomenal at what they do, and they need to do that for you. So call them today for your next project.
Bunkers in downtown Auburn. Going over there was so much fun. Tells me we need to go there more often.
Yeah, what's wrong with it? Why don't we do that more?
I know. Well, probably because we don't have time, but that's all. But they've got the perfect mix of sports, food, music, fun. They've got live music for that stage up there. So much fun going over there with great food, of course, and also the golf simulator bays. I mean, there's so much fun to go over there, 27 different sports. So if you're not good at golf, you can go and do some other sport on the golf simulator base. Tennis, soccer, football,
lacrosse. It's your stomping grounds.
Hey, relax.
Just show everybody how to do it. Hey, you can go 2 bunkers by way of a golf cart from the cart source. You can drive right up there in town in your street legal golf cart. They can do that for you. And they've got all types. Easy Go Cushman, Yamaha Club Car. Man, I'm telling you, I'm all smiles if I walk outside in my driveway and I've got a golf cart from the cart source sitting in my driveway on Christmas. I mean, I think, has anybody said they wouldn't like a golf cart for Christmas? Here's your opportunity to hit the home run Christmas gift. And even if you don't get it for Christmas, you got plenty of time, and they got great deals all year long. 334-231-2205. Our man Harrison down there will take care of you. Alabama's premier golf cart superstore, the Cart Source, right there on Highway 280 in Dayville, man. I love that place. I mean, I even had somebody tell me yesterday, they're like, yeah, I'm probably going to go down there and get a golf cart. We've been talking about it, and we're probably just going to pull the trigger. And I'm like, if you better tell them Auburn Blitz sent you, is all I can tell you. But, like, they're talking about it, and you see why, because they're awesome. Jetty said Golesh will be a star. Best hire. New college in a NIL has like playing a slot machine, may hit or lose. It is. I mean, very
That's
good.
kind of what we talked about yesterday a little bit.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we hit the nail on the head yesterday, I think, with our analysis of the way NIL in the portal and embracing yourself. Again, this is not meant to be negative at all. I don't want anybody to take that. Some people may take it and go, well, they're just sitting on there talking about how everybody's going to leave and all that. Like, it's
Welcome
just
to reality. Sorry. Like, that's just what
right.
it is now with the portal window and NIL. Forget about it.
Yep. And don't ever think that era of college football is coming back where you just go, oh, well, we just weren't good and we'll just roll with what we got and we'll go recruit 20 more guys, 25 more guys, and we'll replenish the ones that leave. It don't work that way anymore. And was it LSU a couple of years ago that they had so many leave, they didn't have enough to play in that bowl game, really. I mean, it's just like it can be like the big sucking sound going out, all your players flying out the window over here, the vacuum getting sucked away. And you look up and, hey, look, I said it a few years ago. I don't feel sorry for any of these coaches that make $7, $8, $10 million a year. I don't. But no, there is no question. They earn their money more now than they've ever earned it before. And the amount there is no downtime in that job now. Now you used to think, okay, after spring football you got a little bit of a break, and before the season gets started, like you never stop now. Like everything in the portal, the second portal window maybe gives them a little bit of breathing room with that being gone now. But now you've just piled everything into one little small window, and you gotta go even harder than you did before. It's kind of like cramming for a final. It's like, hey, do you want to spread the studying out over a few weeks and get ready for the test? Or do you want to do an all-nighter and try to cram for it and try to see what you can do on a final? That's what this is like now.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's good in some ways, it's bad in others. Just the timing of all of this has been really
How were
quick.
you when you studied? Did you cram? Did you spread it out, or did you not study at all?
I was 2 and 3 days out is when
Okay.
I started.
Did you stress out a lot over test?
Depended on the class.
And on what it was. Yep.
Yeah. Those Spanish finals.
Ugh.
Spanish minor over here for everybody that doesn't know. Spanish minor.
There you go.
Diploma's right
She's
there.
going to do an entire show one day in nothing but Spanish.
Won't be doing that, but like the confidence that you have in me.
I do.
Just go to Mexico or something. I'd like that more.
Okay. Yeah. So. The thought of studying again for something like that just makes my skin crawl. Like I hated taking tests in college and studied for. We made it through. It's all good, but my God, it was terrible. I'm not even going to lie. It's just awful. All right, let's shift over and talk about the schedule. Hey, look, look. There's going to be some fun games and some teams back. Like this starts to look like the schedules of old, where you have Tennessee, Georgia, Florida all on there. I mean, of course, Alabama, but you get LSU back on the schedule. You get Ole Miss.
You got a nasty Vanderbilt team.
Nasty, yeah. Diego Pavia be there? Like we'd be back for his 80th year of college football. I mean, they will not have Diego Pavia next year. That is one thing for sure. All right, so BYU. I mean, not BYU. What the hell? But Baylor, in Atlanta. All right, so we talked about all that and the moving of that game and all. So that's a lost home game for Auburn.
We got the Southern Miss Golden Eagles in Jordan-Hare.
That's the kickoff game at all.
On my mom's birthday, so
It'll be a big celebration all the way around. already. That's going to be a good day, isn't it?
It is.
Florida.
They're not going to be. Actually, wait. Let me say something about Southern. So when I was just in Hattiesburg, I was talking about. I was like, so who are you guys going to get as your head coach? Because we know that their coach went to Memphis, and they were Justin. It's funny you say that because they were talking about hiring Hugh Freeze. How crazy would that have been
Oh man!
if Freeze was their head coach, had to come back into Jordan-Hare
and lose again?
So when I was talking to all of them about it, I was like, guys, that would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy. It didn't happen though. But he wished it had, but it didn't. Or would he wish he had? I mean, I guess he could have just.
I don't know. The payment would not have been nearly what it has been.
You and I would have had a good time on the sideline with that. That would have been fun.
I would have said hi.
No, you wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in a nice way. We all would have. All right, Florida, September 19th. Hey, at least I don't have a game on my birthday this year. That's the day.
Yeah, you don't have to mourn and be depressed anymore.
That's right. Florida, though, that's John Summerall rolling into Auburn with the Florida Gators on September 19th. The what could have been bowl,
Era.
I guess. Yeah. Vanderbilt, September 26th. Like, look, I'm just going to say, here we go again, looking at schedules, and, it's all doable right there. It's all doable. I'm not saying Auburn's going to win any of them. I'm just saying it's all doable. Hey, then you got to go on the road. You have a break, but you got Tennessee and then a break, and then you got Georgia. So, and then you got LSU coming back at home, and then Ole Miss. That's a rough. Now, what's Ole Miss look like? Look, this is post Lane Kiffin. This is Pete Golden's version of Ole Miss.
It's okay, guys. Don't go in there expecting there to be the entire Ole Miss fan base in the vault. So nobody expect that.
Yeah.
It'll be backed up with Auburn fans, though. I can assure you of that.
Yeah, exactly. So, hey, they didn't show up anyway, even when they had a winning team. So
no, I know that's why I'm saying.
I know that's what I know. I'm kind of backing up what you're saying.
And it's going to be on Halloween, so imagine the interesting Ole Miss.
Who's it going to be scariest for, Auburn or Ole Miss? I think the last time we played them on Halloween was in Jordan-Hare, and we beat them.
The rain was going sideways.
Yep, and we beat them. So, All right, the Hogs coming in on November the 7th. The lone team we beat this year. We can't rally the troops to win that one at home. Then you go on the road to Cowbell U, Mississippi State. We'll get to go visit the state of Mississippi twice this year.
My home.
You're home away from home. You may just move there.
Please. I'd need a new car if that happened because the roads are so bad.
With a good battery that John Cohen wouldn't have to jump, right? The Samford Bulldogs, who just hired John Gross, by the way. And then the old Bammers. We'll get to go to Tuscaloosa this year.
Yeah, we got to get there 3 hours early so we can go through FBI level pat downs and security. So let's just keep that on our radar.
Yep. So there's your schedule. Auburn I just feel like I'm in a complete cycle of saying the same exact things over and over. I'm already looking at this schedule here in December. We're already looking at, this brings back so many flashbacks of us breaking down this year's schedule.
And guess what? We are not going to do that this year. We are not going to break down the schedule and the games 100 times because I might lose my mind. So we're not going to do that.
No. And it's really useless, to be honest.
Because guess what? We were wrong about almost.
Well, you know what we should have done? We were I guess, ambitious and a little bit pie in the sky. Everything kind of had lined up with the roster and all. We're like, okay, yeah, this is a manageable schedule, and we still figured out a way to. So that's kind of it. So, all right, let's talk about some more of our partners here on the program. Again, we appreciate them so very much.
Oliver Ross for all your holiday parties. Get them to be the bartending service for you. Go ahead and start getting them planned for all your spring events that you have coming up. Make sure you tell them Auburn Blitz sent you. But I mean, if you don't want to have to set up, do the bartending, then break down all the things, Oliver Ross will do all of that for you. So I think you guys should call on them for any party that you have.
I mean, what are you waiting on? We had somebody a couple days ago say that they're going to reach out to Oliver Ross for their next get together. So please do that if you're thinking about it. We appreciate Mark and his group. They do a tremendous job. Russell Medical Center, located in Alexander City. And again, when you're looking for top-notch healthcare, look, you can't put a price on great healthcare. It's what life's all about. I mean, nothing matters more than your health, and you got to have great health. Check out Russell Medical Center. They are partnered with UAB Healthcare, which is the best in the world. I'll tell everybody that every single time. And you don't have to fight big city traffic and hassle. I mean, in and out, it's very accessible. So voted one of the top 3 hospitals in the state of Alabama. Go check out why they are voted one of the top 3. Russell Medical Center in Alexander City. Alex City Marine. I keep looking at this boat every day. It just makes me want to go buy the boat. I probably will end up either buying that one or another one, but you need to beat me to it. You need to go, I mean, Landau pontoons, whatever it is that you're looking for and you're thinking about, hey, summer will be here before you know it. Spring will be here before you know it. And you'll be wishing you did this in the winter, because that's when you get your best deals. And so you need to go down and see Lee and Steven at Alex City Marine. Don't call them. There's the number, but just drive down 280. I know you and your wife or whoever want to get in the car and go check out, that boat that you can see you and your family and your friends on the lake or out in the bay, down in the Gulf, or wherever it is that you're wanting to go hang out. Don't make it a thought anymore. Make it a reality. Go check out Alex City Marine. Faith, those are some awesome boats.
Hey, I mean, I want to be with the warm weather out on a boat. It's so cold. It was 37 degrees this morning.
Have you seen what's coming this weekend?
No.
Yeah, don't look.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't look. Don't look at all. One bye week in a 9-game SEC schedule is nasty, especially that one. Yeah, I'm not ready to make my predictions on what Auburn's going to do next year. It's way, 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 way too early. Can we make a bold prediction real quick, though? Will Auburn finally have a winning record? I'm not asking for how many. I'm not asking for how many wins. I'm not asking for, can Auburn get to 500? Will Auburn get to 500? That's the question.
Yeah.
That is sad. But that's where we are now. And I think I'm more resolved to that fact now than ever. I think over the last 3 to 4 years, we've been going, we'll get this turned around. We'll get this turned around. We'll get this turned around. After 5, man, no. You got, I'm not betting that way. You got to go out and show in this world that you can navigate the waters and put a winning program on the field. I thought this year was a slam dunk, no-brainer. I'll just be honest. Slam dunk, no-brainer. And it was far from that.
You didn't even score against Kentucky. Ugh.
That's pitiful. That one will go down as one of the worst performances I think I've ever witnessed.
I was so ready to just leave that game.
We should have. I mean, what were we doing? That
was crazy.
It was terrible all the way around. All right, basketball tomorrow. And Chattanooga. I don't know who Auburn was originally scheduled to play. They backed out, I think. So you get Chattanooga. So it's usually like a Big Ten team that Auburn plays. But you get Chattanooga. So you get the Moccasins. 5-5 team. This should be one that Auburn handles pretty easily. I think what you look for in this game is maybe some more continuity and some more team play. I think Auburn had really gotten selfish in several games about – Todd Pettiford had 30 points and one assist. I think Stephen Pearl was like, okay, that's great. You had a great offensive game. But we had 7 assists in the entire game. And so that's not going to cut it against teams. That's not going to cut it against anybody, much less Arizona. So, Auburn clearly has an edge here. This should not even be discussing, who should win the game. Auburn just needs to go out and improve as they move through this pre-SEC schedule. They got Purdue coming up next Saturday, the 20th in Indianapolis, and then they finish with Queens on the 29th. So I don't know. Are we going to that? We'll have to see. That's the 29th of December. And then you go first game on the road, Georgia, on January the 3rd. That's your first SEC game before you come home on the 6th on a Tuesday night and take on Texas A&M. So that's your next 5 games there for Auburn. Chattanooga, Purdue, Queens, Georgia, and Texas A&M. So what do you want to see out of this team, Faith, here in the next couple of weeks?
I agree with you. More team play. I know that was something Keyshawn Hall was really talking about, is making his teammates look better in the sense of, getting the ball around, and also just, I don't know, I think there's been the individuality part of it, but just sloppy. I don't know. It's not good basketball.
Right. It has not been good basketball. Justin said, typical said, at least we ended up winning the 3-2 game. It's no kidding. That brings back great memories. We scored all 5 points in that game, by the way, because we were guilty of a hold in the end zone for safety. So we scored all 5 points. Justin said, we all please ask Sankey at SEC meetings or media days what the plan is about officiating. Why not incorporate the ACC's replay listen in? Not meaning to sound whiny, but damn. It was pitiful. No doubt about it. That's to the point where somebody got reprimanded and got dismissed. That's how bad it was. And a couple more probably could have too. Put some blame on the players not doing a job. How about that? Hey, look, I'm all for that. Hey, players got to make plays. They got to go out and do the things they've got to do. They've got to score. They got to get their teammates involved. So that's that. So, all right, today you and I will be at Prime Steakhouse.
Yep. Really excited to go there. I know you've been in communication, so I don't really know what that's looked like. I don't know what's on the menu.
Surprise, surprise. How about that?
Did you ask him last night?
I did.
What did he say?
He's going to come through for us. I'll just put it that way. So, yes, Brian is the man. He's one of the best chefs, seriously,
ever.
That's my prime steak. And Eric would tell you that. Like, the steakhouse, anywhere you go, it's about the guy back there that's the quarterback of the kitchen. And I don't know that there's one better than Brian. I mean, seriously. Every single thing that I've ever had down there is immaculate. Is that a good word to use?
Yes, absolutely. I'm so excited to go. So, yeah, we'll be there. Really, really looking forward to it.
It's going to be good. No doubt. Hey, look, Stillwater's is a great place to go. That place is growing tremendously down there.
Yeah.
It is crazy with how many people are moving in that area. The shopping center that Eric kind of has like built from the ground up, and got a grocery store. It's just so much down there for those people on that side of the lake in that area. So, but yeah, golf course is coming around. They've really poured a lot of money into making that thing get back to an elite golf course and a destination place to go play golf. We'll be talking about the golf course as well. We'll see our buddy Bo down there. I know it's cold, but it doesn't stop fishermen and golfers from playing and being outside. I promise you. Fishermen and golfers will play in cold weather. I know it ain't optimal, but they've got the bug so bad that they'll brave the elements to go out there and do what they love to do. So check out, we'll talk about the rates and all for the wintertime for Stillwaters when we get down there. So y'all tune in today at lunch. We will be with you at noon. We're looking forward to it. All smiles over here, right, Faith?
Of course. I'm excited.
All smiles. All right, Faith, I will let you send us out, and we will see everybody back at noon.
Hope everyone has the best day ever.
Absolutely. Go be nice to people. Do something good. Help people. And we will see you at noon for the Auburn Blitz.